we've got learn, we've got events, right? Good job. 3, donate, and number 4, volunteer. The MS Society is a volunteer-driven organization, and volunteering is a really excellent way of kind of knowing the ins and outs of the organization, helping out. We've got a number of ways to help out here in the office, on our special events, on our bike rides and stuff like that. Programs, you can be a camp counselor, you can help out greeting people at programs. We have movement ambassadors, activists, state fair volunteers, mentors. We have all kinds of volunteers. And so we've got a number of opportunities, and we could not be as strong of an organization as we are without the help of all of our volunteers. So we do have some pretty fancy schmancy little volunteer magnets, and we will for sure have these on the volunteer day. And just the virtue of the state fair, things like this fly off the tables really fast. So we may not have these for all 12 days at the fair, but just so you know, if you see some volunteer magnets there, you can direct people to those if they're interested in volunteering. And I should also add that all of the materials that are at the booth will likely have our website or a phone number on it, so that if people do want to get in touch with us, they can. A number of staff will also be there who will probably have their business cards, and they can hand those out as well. And I also want to direct your attention real quick to the MS Connection. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this. It is our quarterly newsletter packed with all kinds of news, volunteer information, stuff about events, activism, programs, research, pipeline stuff, research briefs and updates. Great piece of literature if someone is interested in knowing more about our chapter or more about, you know, basically anything. It's going to be in here. So we'll have lots of these to hand out. So that was volunteering. Oh, I also want to add about volunteering. The Movement Ambassador Program. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this because many of you are movement ambassadors. But the Movement Ambassador Program is basically a program for anyone who is just out there in the community, who talks about their involvement with the MS Society, engages people, talks about their orange wristband, maybe wears their volunteer or their event t-shirt out in the community, maybe strikes up a conversation in the grocery store about it. It's just these little simple everyday things that you can do to be an ambassador for the MS Society. And so we will have sign-up cards if people want to become a movement ambassador. As a movement ambassador, you get rewarded with volunteer hours for doing simple things like you know, talking to someone in your community or going to a meeting and talking to your mayor about MS or things like that. As long as you let us know what you're up to, we can track it, give you volunteer hours. You get a monthly email that's full of information. You get breaking news kind of before everyone else does. You even get the opportunity to win some pretty special prizes, some t-shirts, hats, bags, even a fleece blanket I gave away once. So it's a pretty sweet opportunity. If you want to be part of that, you can get people to sign up to be a movement ambassador. So that was volunteering. I'm kind of shuffling through this pretty quickly, but we've got our 5 ways to join the movement. We've got learn, we've got events, we've got donating, we've got volunteering, and then finally we have advocate. We have a number of opportunities for people to become MS activists, and it's as simple as sharing your story, looking and identifying opportunities for change in the community, whether it's your local community on the state level or the federal level. I think one of the most powerful things that people have to offer is their story and their experience, and saying, hey, this is happening to me, and this is what needs to happen to make this change. And as long as we can get everybody's stories together and make a really powerful case for the things that we are standing behind, I think that is one of the most amazing things about activism, is getting everyone together, sharing our stories, and creating change. So you will find at the booth we have this really great grassroots guide to being an activist, and we really encourage people to consider themselves as activists. You know, some people don't like to think that they're political, or like maybe they're good at being an activist or talking to the legislator, but I want to encourage everyone to become an activist, because I think whether you know it or not, you are an activist. Just by simply giving your time and energy and your expertise to the MS Society, you are kind of out there on the forefront and standing up for what you believe in. So this activist guide will be here, and we will also have a little sign up for people who want to become more involved with advocacy, whether it's signing up for an action alert email, organizing meetings in their town, whether it's with legislators or in their community or wherever it is. maybe people who want to learn how to tell their story more to legislators in the next session. There will be a sign up for all those opportunities if people want to get involved in that way. Okay, so those are our 5 ways. We've got learn, events, and listening, donate, volunteer, and advocate. So if you can remember those 5 simple ways to join the movement, that'll be a really good thing just to have kind of in your toolkit while you're at the booth. So just knowing how to talk about MS, about the MS Society, and about the 5 ways to join the movement. A couple of other quick things that you should know that if people want to get involved, we have a Facebook page. You can check out our Facebook page. We've got a YouTube page, which is where you probably found this fabulous video. And we also have some Twitter accounts for some of our bike events, just to get people more involved in that way through Twitter. So if people are interested, they can search the National MS Society Minnesota chapter on Facebook or on YouTube and become our friend or subscribe to us or whatever the case may be. That's a really great way to stay in touch with the MS Society. Another quick thing I want to mention, the orange wristbands. A lot of people ask about the orange wristbands, and we are not able to sell those at the booth. But we will have like a little brochure sort of thing that will direct people to the website where they can purchase them online. Like I said before, we can't be exchanging money at the booth, but we will have information about the wristbands at the booth. So if people are interested, that's how you can refer them.